What's up, everybody, and thanks for tuning in. My name is Darrell Morgan, and I'm a makeup artist and beauty photographer. And in this video, I'm going to show you guys how to create this beautiful bronze and radiant makeup look. If this is your first time on the channel, make sure you subscribe, like, comment, and share. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you guys so much for the support. So let's go ahead and get into this video because I love this makeup look, and I know you guys are going to like it too. So let's get into it. So with any makeup, you always start off with skincare. So we're going to prep Mariah's skin for this look. I'm going to start with an eye cream first. So this will stop the concealer from creasing, but hydrate underneath the eye. The trick with natural makeup is that if you don't prep the skin, it'll look like makeup. So take the time to get all of this done first. All right, next we're going to go in with a moisturizer. And I start in the center of the face and work my way up. Now, once the skin is prepped, this is where you focus on discoloration. So what am I seeing in her skin that needs to be evened out or corrected before I conceal or put foundation on? Mariah has a really good even skin tone. We just have a little bit of discoloration underneath the eye, but I love the colors that I'm seeing in her skin, so I already know kind of the direction in which I need to go. She is also lighter in the center and then warmer on the outside, so we need to make sure that all of this matches, especially with what she has on, because all of the skin is exposed. So if I pick the wrong color, she's gonna have a line of demarcation. So we need to make sure that all of this matches and is uniform, and that I also don't have to blend the foundation from her face onto her neck, because that'll be a no-no. Now for the body that is exposed, we're going to just use a body cream to hydrate, or any lotion or body illuminator will work here as well. So I'm going to start with foundation first because we don't really have a lot of blemishes to cover with concealer, and foundation is going to do most of the work. So this is a water-based foundation, and I'm starting at the center. And I'm just gonna do this side so you can see the before and after. So you can see made-up skin versus bare skin. Water-based foundations are really good in the summertime because when you sweat, they stay put. Foundation is a little bit more golden, so it'll match this area as well as down here. So we're really balancing out the center of the face, making the center look like the rest of the skin. It's very sheer, so if I were to go in and add another layer, I can get more coverage, but it really just depends on the person and how they want their skin to look. And I'm using a really small amount so you can see. Less is more. And don't be afraid to build up your coverage. I didn't put any on her ear because I don't need to. If you have to take your foundation all the way in the ear and down on the neck, it's the wrong color. So I'm going to use a little bit of under eye corrector just to balance out what I'm seeing underneath here. I'm going to put this down before we do concealer, and just a little in the tear duct and under the center of the eye. I use my fingers a lot when I'm working on skin because my body heat is going to warm this up, and whatever is extra will be on my hand and not on her. The trick with making concealer natural is not taking it all the way up to the lash line. That's how you'll make yourself look tired. So buff it out and follow the bone. There's a lot of different ways of doing concealer. It really just depends on how you like your makeup to look. There's no real rules with makeup, but when it comes to color theory, you have to follow that. So now we can go in with her shade of concealer and follow what I just did. So I'll go back in with her foundation, which is still left on this brush. Back in with the finger. So the reason why I went in with the foundation is to warm it up. And it creates a more seamless blend between concealer and foundation. Now we have a lot of liquidy things on the skin. So what we want to do is set everything. So I'm just going to use a translucent powder. So this powder doesn't have any color, so it's not going to shift what we already have. And it is more lightweight, so it's not going to give coverage. So throughout the day, she'll still have her glow. But in the areas where we don't want things to crease, you need the powder. If you do this with a sponge, that's going to be more of a hard set. If you use a brush, it's more of a soft set. And I keep the powder right in the center because we want the glow where the skin would naturally shine without looking sweaty. So now we can go in and start to highlight the cheekbones. Creams work best as your bases and then use powders over. So my highlighters I keep in a palette like this. So this you can do with your hand or a brush. So turn this way. Stay on the cheekbone. So think of this like a C. So any bone that pops out is where you would highlight. So I'm going to go on the cheekbone and above the brow bone. Brow bone. What the hell did I just say? And up. So anything with creams, I just, like I said, like using my finger to go over to warm it into the skin. So this way it doesn't look like product, it just looks like skin. So now we're going to start on brows. Brows can be a hit or miss for a lot of people because they do the colors too dark. So with Mariah's brow, we want to follow what we already see. So I'm going to comb her hairs in place first. I'm going to start on this side. And short strokes. And this is a more ashier brown. I'm just going to go and add definition. So I'm not recreating a shape, I'm just following how her hairs naturally grow. And the majority of us are going to work on the outside. It's when you start working in here where brows can be a little suspect. How you hold your pencil or your brush, however you do your brows, is also going to dictate pressure. So the further you are away from the tip, the lighter it's going to be. So I keep it almost at the end. And you'll start to see this just fill in little bit by little bit. And I'm not drawing a line underneath here. We're just following. And then brush any excess away. There's always going to be one brow that's going to require more work or more color. So be prepared for that as well. All right, so now we can start on the eyes. I'm using a cream bronze eyeshadow as my base. Close. And this is just a flat eyeshadow brush. And I want to get my shape the way I want it first. So now we're going to blend out the edges. So this way we don't have any harsh lines. Do the same thing on the other side. And if you notice the difference in how I'm holding the brush, I'm really close to the tip because I have a thicker product. So I need to move it. So it's going to require more pressure. If not, it'll dry up. And it won't allow me to blend it. Turn. Right, open. Okay. There we go and blend. I want the lightest part of this color to start to fade upwards and the more intense to be down at the lash line. So this is a quick way to do an easy smoky eye. And I like really soft, blown out makeup because it looks more flattering, open. So now we'll go into the lash line. And this is a kohl eyeliner, so this is meant to be smudged. And I like to work in sections just in case people start to tear or don't like eyeliner in their eye. We want to set both of these. So we're going to go in with a powdered eyeshadow, or you could use the pigment, whatever you have. So I'm using a large shadow brush, close. I'm just going to press over the cream. I do my eyeshadow brush upside down because the intensity of the color is going to be at the tip. So I want that intensity at the lash line. And the good thing about this cream is going to prevent fallout, so I don't have to worry about my concealer being messed up down here. Now we go in with a color that doesn't have any shimmer, a brown with a fluffy brush. And we just create a little bit more intensity in this crease. Wherever you place the brush is where you're going to have the most intense color. So if I start on the outside, this is going to be way darker than the inside. Now with the brush that's smaller, we're going in with the darker brown to smoke out the bottom. These are matte shadows that I'm using, so none of these colors have shimmer. Look up. I'm pressing, kind of wiggling. So if you don't want to do bold blacks, dark browns are a really good way to have intensity. Before we get to lips, I'm just going to condition her lips first and then finish blush and cheeks. So any lip conditioner or balm that you like to use or primer, now would be the time. So I'm going to use MAC mineralized powder. This color is medium. And going right in the center of the face. This powder is good because it gives the skin a more airbrush finish, but in other shades I can use it as bronzers. So we're going to start with this one first. Now we're going to use a warmer color with a larger powder brush and focus on the outside. So this shade is dark, and we start from the forehead to the cheek to the jaw. So think of this like a 3. And turn. Good. Because she has so much exposed skin, I can go and buff on the neck just to add warmth. But this isn't foundation, so I'm not matching this to this. I'm just warming everything up. This also helps contour the neck and the jawline, so it makes it look longer. Now we're going to re-highlight the cheeks with a powder. So the cream just kind of gave me a guide as to where to put the powder. And this is a nice golden champagne color. So we don't want to do anything too light because then it'll start to look silver. We want more gold on her skin. I look forward. So you can keep this look like this or add blush, which helps radiate the complexion. So now we'll do a little bit of blush. So I'm going to use a lighter color. Smile. And start on the apples of the cheek. So your blush should make your complexion look brighter. Shouldn't look like you have cheek color. And what's left, I can just go on the nose and on the chin. So now we're gonna start working on lips. I'm gonna use a neutral lip liner, and I'll warm up liners on the back of my hand. That way they glide on the lips. I'm just gonna sharpen it and warm up here. So I'm not trying to create crazy shape. I wanna follow what she already has on. Liners are a good way to stain the lip too. So I really like to go ahead and fill the lip in with the liner. Her lip is already conditioned, so it brings out the pigment in the liner. And black. Now we can go in with a lipstick. I'll start in the center. And then work from the top and outward. And now to finish this look off, we're just going to do a little bit of mascara. So I'm starting from the root and pulling out. Look forward. So I'm not really a fan of false lashes, but if you have a good mascara, that'll do the work for you. Now to set everything, we're just going to use Fix Plus from MAC. This is a good setting spray because it has glycerin in it. So when you want the skin to look more glowy, it's perfect. So after I spray it, I just take a brush and press it in.